This one says loading preview.
Oh, we have to press go live now.
Okay. So we stream there and then we go live here. All right, here we go.
Okay, go for it. Go for it.
All right,
go live. Let's see what happens.
Okay. All right.
Maybe one day we'll get this. You're live.
All right.
Are we?
We are.
We are live.
We're live.
Okay. How do we know?
End stream.
We just talk for an hour and then.
Yeah, we are live right now.
Yay!
All right.
We did it.
All right.
We don't have to post a fail video this time.
Almost.
That was rough.
It was close.
Almost.
We nailed it though. Next time we'll even closer nail it.
We're gonna watch this back and there's just gonna be no audio.
We have
We're all just
people.
gonna be like,
We have people.
Hey.
We're doing well.
Hey.
What's
Hello.
up, guys?
Let us know
Hello.
if there's anything wrong with the stream. As you can see, we're great at this.
White.
But YouTubers, they always have a lot of light on them.
I
It's always
know.
like super bright.
If
We're gonna become famous on
bounce
YouTube.
that higher, is that okay?
Do it. Yeah.
Go for it.
I just need to. All right.
What's up, guys?
What are we doing?
Astrid Clover here with my friends. We are playing the Wikipedia game. If you weren't live with us last time, basically we all have the Wikipedia app. We hit random article and we all try to guess what that article is. So we read the title of it and everybody makes their best guess as if you know what it is. And you guys feel free to play along with us in the chat. All right? So if you have any ideas of what it might be, just chime in. But don't look it up though, because that defeats the entire purpose.
The entire game. Also, don't put your phone down because all of a sudden,
That's true.
the microphone goes.
Does it?
Berserk.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
If I put it.
If you put
our microphone?
if you put your phone down, you can see how it
Whoa.
Stop doing it. How about that? Okay.
Wait. Does it pick up like the humming or something?
No. It's just like it's the
Oh,
shock
it's
of the
on the
hitting
table?
the table.
Oh, well, that's not.
We had
fun.
some comments from the first stream that were like, "Hey,
Bah!
stop hitting the table."
Okay,
Yeah.
that's understandable. Okay.
Okay, let's find one in English.
We're gonna find an article that is interesting but also quite obscure, and go with that.
Okay.
And preferably one that doesn't have what it is in the title.
Yeah.
This is tough. There are so many things.
Okay. All right.
What I love
Random.
about these random article generators is that they always tend to find, at least for me, the European football players. I don't know why. Like it's always the football players. Yes.
Football.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. What is a white-streaked honey eater?
White-streaked honey eater.
White-streaked honey eater.
Okay. I mean. Okay, it's an animal that is in the family of anteaters, but it's a white-streaked honey eater. And it lives in, its lifespan is like 4 years, and it lives in Australia, in Tasmania.
Obviously.
Okay, a white-streaked honey eater.
Mhm.
I know which one you're thinking about, but it's not that.
Oh.
Yeah, no, it's actually a variety of chipmunk
Okay.
that is known to inhabit the trees of Angora.
Angora, is that a real place?
I think so.
Okay.
Okay. So,
Great.
it is a bird. Natural
Okay.
habitat, subtropical or tropical dry forests. It's this
Tasmania.
little dude.
Oh,
He's cute.
looks like a speckled tit.
You love saying that because of the name. It's the only reason you bring it up.
White-streaked honey eater.
Perfect.
All right,
Oh,
who's
autofocus,
here
that's
with
cool.
us?
Technology.
Howdy, guys. Love you guys. Love you all. Hey, guys. Sage is back. Hi, Sage.
Freaking yeah,
Love
I
your
saw
hair,
Endgame.
Astrid.
Don't
Well,
spoil
thank you.
Endgame.
Don't
It's been a
spoil
little bit,
Endgame.
but don't be that guy.
Stream is fine.
You
How
should have
are
seen it by
we?
now,
Are
though.
doing great. Thank you for asking. Yes, don't spoil Endgame. You guys need to go viral. Thank you. That's our thoughts exactly. Don't spoil Endgame. Cool.
Is that all the chat is?
Everybody-
Don't spoil it.
Nobody spoil Endgame. Okay, let's find
You
another
better see
Wikipedia.
it though
All right.
now while it's still in theaters because it's been out for a little bit now. So
Oh, I've got another one, but
Oh
if
my
you guys
goodness.
want to
Uh-oh.
go first.
No, I
go
haven't
for it.
found
I
any
literally
good
have
ones.
not found
All right,
anything
you guys
good.
ready? So guess with
Yes.
us in the chat. I'm going to say something. It's a title of a Wikipedia article, and then you guys guess what it is.
Yes.
Sheffield Shield.
Sheffield Shield.
Sheffield Shield.
What is?
What is Sheffield
What is?
Shield?
Sheffield Shield.
I want to say it is a Royal Guard service that it like goes back to like the 1840s. I want to say in Ireland.
I am actually going to go. Have you ever seen The Nanny?
Yeah, Sheffield. Yeah.
So the guy's name is Mr. Mr. Sheffield,
Yeah.
right? So I'm gonna say that it is like a fictional.
Spot on.
It's a fictional reference from The Nanny,
Oh,
where it's like a
Sheffield
newspaper that
Shield.
he owns or something.
Maybe. Okay, that's fair. I haven't seen it in a while, so that could be true.
It is the domestic first-class cricket competition of
Oh!
Australia. Tournament is
okay.
contested between teams from 6 states of Australia. Prior to the Shield being established, number
Okay.
of intercolonial matches were played.
Okay.
Fantastic.
Sheffield
Oh, the
Squirrel
Shield.
said a food.
A food.
The Shield,
Could be.
donated by Lord Sheffield, was first contested during
Whoa.
the 1890s.
Oh,
Hey.
Mr. Sheffield.
Yeah, same guy. Same guy.
Same guy.
Very obvious.
Same guy.
It's
You're spot on with that impression.
Ooh, I've got another good one.
Oh my goodness.
I
You
can't
have
find
so many good ones.
Okay, one more from me, and then you guys find something.
Okay.
Okay, what is elegant machinery?
Elegant Machinery is a coffee table book
Yeah.
that was made in 2002 by a Discover magazine
Yeah.
editor who took all of the machinery that was elegant and put it in one book
Okay.
for people's coffee tables.
Okay, so coffee table book, like photography of like elegant machinery.
Yeah, kind of like the blueprints and schematics, you know?
Okay.
I want to say it's a very like interesting art piece that was made in the 80s of a bunch of like machine like pipes and like rusted like it's
Okay.
very
Like a
interesting
modern art kind
like a
of
modern art kind of
installation.
the 80s.
Okay,
Yeah.
I feel it. I feel
Yeah.
it.
Oh my god.
Arthur Denorvia.
When you guys get closer, I get
Max-
blown out into a different world.
Maxwell Sheffield is the character portrayed by Charles Shaughnessy.
Shaughnessy?
Shaughnessy.
Shaughnessy.
Shaughnessy. Just letting you know that. I knew it
Hello,
was something
first
to do
time
with
here.
cricket. How did you know it was something to do with cricket, Gwendolyn?
You looked it
Hello,
up.
first time here. Hey, Ricky, what's up? Okay, does anybody else have any guesses on what elegant machinery might be?
Yeah, he thinks it's a coffee table book.
Of like blueprints of nice.
Stop guessing dates. You make yourself sound even more wrong.
That's
kind
the
of the
fun
point.
of it!
That is kind of the
That
point.
is the whole
though.
point,
The
actually.
Yeah.
more specific you can get. Also, on the off chance that you're like super right, it's
Dude,
really cool.
it-
There have been
It's
times where I
really
was like
exciting.
off. You were off by like 1 year, or
Yeah.
you were right on the year and off on like it was weird.
What year did you guess?
I guess 2002.
And I guessed 80s, like let's just say 82.
Okay. Okay. Any other guesses? Hairstylist machines.
Elegant Machinery.
I'm into it. I'm into
Elegant
it.
machinery. Okay, that's fair.
All right. Everybody ready to hear what elegant machinery is?
Yes.
What is it?
Elegant Machinery is a Swedish synth pop band, borrowing heavily from the likes of Depeche Mode
Oh, in what year?
from 1988.
Ah, okay.
So-
I
was
was
the
in the 80s, but
You
it
were in
wasn't
the
82. It was
So
after
a
my
synth
guess.
pop band, Elegant
Synth pop.
Machinery. We can see.
I gotta check them out. I'm all about it.
Let it
I'm all about some synth pop.
focus. There we go.
Look at that
Elegant
autofocus. It did it.
Machinery.
Yoink. And we're back.
There we go.
There we go. Did you find one?
All right, y'all. Find
Working on it.
All right, here's one.
Wow.
It actually is fairly known if you know this,
Okay.
but if you don't, then you don't. But here we go. Okay. Hail to the thief. What is?
Oh, I know this.
All right. Well, then I'll move on.
That's Radiohead album.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I was like, it could be known, but it may not
My
be. But I
inner
was like,
hipster.
it's just enough.
Yeah.
That's fair.
I did not know.
Yeah.
Okay. Fine,
Okay. I mean, it was like I had said. I was like, it could be fairly obvious.
What is the Mopa Dace?
Mopa Dace.
Mopa Days.
Mopa Dace.
It's when you're just really depressed.
God damn it.
Sometimes, and it's just you got those mopa days. You just walk around in your pajamas and eating some Ben and Jerry's. It's just your mopa days.
Mopa days. Is that your final answer?
Final answer.
All right. Well,
Mopa days.
Mopa days.
Mopa days.
It's a term created by the community of just like people suffering from depression.
Okay.
Just those mopa days.
Mopa days. Mopa days. Well, mopa. I want to say it's got to be some sort of like writing that is fairly old. How about it's like an Egyptian text that was written in like 610.
So not Ben and Jerry's.
So not Ben and Jerry's.
Ice cream eating
No.
in your pajamas.
Okay.
An art piece, maybe.
Oh my god, I'm so blown.
Art
Watch
piece
a lot of
maybe.
British
Okay,
TV.
you ready? Mopa days. Mopa days.
What is mopa days?
What is
Mopa days is a rare
A rare.
cyprinid fish of southern Nevada,
That's what I said.
found only in warm springs that gave rise to the Muddy River.
Oh, wow.
It is a small fish with a maximum recorded length of 9 centimeters.
Wow.
It is tiny.
That is a very small. Look at that boy.
One tiny boy.
Look at one tiny boy.
Oh, it's so cute.
That's amazing.
That's what you look at so that you're not depressed anymore.
Exactly. So you don't have mopa
Don't get
days.
fat on Ben and Jerry's ice cream. Just
Exactly.
look at tiny fish.
Just look and cure those Mopa days.
Mopa
with
days.
a Mopa days.
Okay, I've got one.
Okay.
All right. Who is? I have to. Okay. Who is Petrus Camper?
Petrus Camper?
Yes.
One more time.
Who is Petrus Camper?
Petrus Camper. What?
We go way back.
We know each other personally, even though he passed away in the late 90s. We knew each other for maybe 1 year. Petrus Camper is the Ukrainian archery master.
Archery master.
Okay.
He actually invented. This is, we're getting out there now.
Somebody says a brand of smokes from the 30s.
Petrus Camper. Okay.
Petrus Camper. I'm gonna go with the Ukrainian
I hate
archer who
myself. I'm feeling
invented a new style of archery
Okay. That's
Okay.
fair. Okay.
on hilltops.
I think he
Hilltop
is...
archery.
Okay, so this guy,
Anymore.
Petrus Camper, he his family had an RV and everything was really cramped, and he decided to kind of reinvent the camper. His family, they were the original inventors of the camper. Guys,
Okay.
hold on.
Okay.
So he
Hey,
reinvented
I'm there. I'm
the
there.
camper,
With ya.
and so he took all these different like cabinetry and like he packed everything really nicely so that it all like fit correctly.
Yeah.
And he invited his friend over and was like, look at how I was able to like, slide this here and you can move things around and they all fit into place, and gave his friend the idea for Tetris. Just change no.
Do you want to scrap the last bit, or do you want to keep everything else? The camper.
No, only the Tetris part. Inventor
Because
of
I know the
Tetris.
history of Tetris.
Final answer. The history that you know of Tetris is wrong.
That's fair.
Just so you know.
That's fair.
Do we have any
Sounds
other
like their
Tetris
parents
camper?
were on crack when they named the kid Petrus Camper.
It's
Tetris
probably foreign.
English literature editor.
I'm probably saying it wrong, but I don't know.
Petrus Camper?
Maybe Camper. Campier.
Okay, who is it?
All right, Petrus Camper is a Dutch scientist.
Oh.
Was born born in 1722 and died 1789. Was a Dutch physician, an anatomist,
Okay.
psychologist,
Anatomist or an anatomist?
An
anatomist,
An anatomist.
anatomist.
Okay.
A psychologist, a midwife,
Oh. That's awkward.
A
Both
zoologist,
the babies.
an anthropologist, a paleontologist, and a naturalist in the Age of Enlightenment,
Beautiful.
the 1700s.
All right.
Wow.
A philatelist.
One of the first to take an
philanthropist.
interest in the comparative anatomy, paleontology, and the facial angle. What is the facial angle?
Facial angle, obviously.
Facial angle is...
What is the facial angle?
Facial angles...
everybody?
What is the facial angle?
Facial angle
Facial
is
angle.
the angle of your face.
Yes, but hold on. But like in a more scientific manner, what
It
is
is-
the facial angle?
That's referring to art, naturally. See, the facial angle,
Remember, Camper was a
a
scientist.
but in the
Who
Age of
invented
Enlightenment, he was obsessed with figuring out what the face looked like from each angle for the uses of art in 1735.
But, I dig it. I dig it.
I don't
And we
know.
will never know.
I don't know.
Oh, is it not blue?
Is it not? It's... Well, it is, but it's...
Okay. Okay.
I don't know. It's like not.
Okay.
It's not.
What is red flag?
Red flag.
What is red flag?
It's a card game.
Card game?
Yeah, it's a card game. It's a modern card game that came out 3 years ago.
Red Flag is it's an album by
Bye.
yeah, it's an album by
Where?
the famous British pop group,
Got it. When?
the Beatles.
Unreleased.
Unreleased, yeah.
Oh,
It was-
okay.
What year?
It would have had to have been 1972.
I'd say.
Damn it. Everything was so close except for the year.
Oh no!
Red Flag is a studio album by the British Canadian girl group All Saints.
When was this?
That was really
Is
close.
it like
What
90s
year?
or something?
It was 2016
Oh shit! I
Yeah.
was right on
that
my
was
year.
new.
by
Yeah,
London Records. Yeah.
Wow.
man.
Yeah.
That was
Red Flag
was close.
is a British
Focus.
album.
Yeah.
Focus, focus, focus. There it is.
Red Flag album.
the Beatles.
The Beatles.
It's
There's
a
only
law.
one British
a
pop group.
restaurant. Restaurant's pretty good.
Another
Plug
pack
your
of smokes
Insta.
from the 30s.
No, more smokes. Red Flag. That would be a pretty good cigarette
Red
brand.
Flag. Yeah. That's fair.
Okay.
Marlboro
What is-
Man.
Steinish.
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 What is Steinish?
Steinish.
I want to say it's something served in like a deli in Germany. It's a meat. It's a meat served in. It's a sandwich. It's a sandwich served in a deli in Germany.
Okay.
It is a desk chair from IKEA.
Oh, that's a good one, actually. Oh no. What is it? Is it a
Steinish.
fish? Swear to God, if it's a fish.
Steinish
All of his are fish.
is a village
Okay.
in the Scottish Outer Hebrides on the island of Lewis, near some places.
was
It is
Germany.
well known for a treasure trove being found there in 1876 containing coins from the era of Francis, Mary, and James the Sixth.
Wow.
Mary. Were all women named Mary back then?
Mary or Elizabeth
In
or Victoria.
Scotland.
Wow.
If you could change your
Uh,
fate,
Yeah.
Fancy steak, a metal
a
plate.
Steinish. See, if I was assuming that, I would assume that a Steinish was almost a cup, but not quite.
You thinking like a Stein?
Stein-ish.
Got it.
That's beautiful.
That was really
That
great.
was beautiful.
That was really great. Okay.
I
What?
will say this one when I learn how to pronounce it. Go for it.
One day I'll just know. What is the Chance Brothers?
The Chance Brothers.
What is?
What is the Chance Brothers?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
That is a magician duo. that goes on tour around Asia. I mean, they do world tours, but they're popular in Asia. Let's be honest.
Do
here.
they speak English or are they like Asian?
They're
European, probably, right?
European magicians that tour Asia.
Yeah, it's like a hop, skip, and a jump, you know?
No,
I don't know.
Everything that's not in American. I'll just, like,
They're all
plus-
right next to each other.
Yeah,
they're an Asian group. They're an Asian group. They
How many
speak
brothers?
a little English. There's actually only 2. It's a duo. That would be the definition of the duo. Yeah, no. So
Hey.
there's 2 brothers that they're magicians.
A prank show? That's a good one.
A prank show. Chance Brothers.
Chance Brothers.
Singers. Yep.
It's something with statistics. What do you think?
I don't know. What is Chance Brother? Man. What is the Chance? See, that's like throwing me
That's
off.
the thing, is that's not who are the Chance Brothers. It's
What is Chance Brothers?
Yeah, that's why I think it's their show.
Yeah.
It's their
their show.
tour.
I want to say it's a children's educational program in the early 90s in Sweden.
Educating them on what?
Well, it's just, I don't know, just life. I don't
Chance.
know. Chance.
What are the chances?
What are the chances?
Getting into
it's
poker.
the Chance Brothers.
Chance Brothers was a glassworks.
Ah.
Chance Brothers and Company was a glassworks originally based in Spawn Lane, Smethwick, West Midlands, in England.
Oh.
It was a leading glass manufacturer and a pioneer of
Hey,
British
Sweden.
glass-making technology.
England, Sweden.
Very close.
It's super close.
I think I'm right there.
All right,
with
you
it.
ready? Mm-hmm. Arthur Frank Matthews. Who is he?
Arthur Frank Matthews?
Mm-hmm.
He was an English professor in the UK in the 40s.
I think he was an English professor in Japan in the 50s.
Oh, really?
Obviously.
Rebuilding. This.
Who is?
Arthur Frank Matthews was an American tonalist painter
Ah.
who passed away in 45, so technically the 40s. You got the year.
I mean,
It's kind of.
kind
Paint,
of.
art, English,
Art,
art and writing is
You gotta be able to
creatively-
read who made the art.
I like how mine was like, oh, they're both within like the arts, like creative writing, and you're like, you have to read the art.
You have to read
Person.
the art.
An artist. Yes.
Hey,
He is an
Are you
artist.
cheating? I feel like
Yeah,
you're
no
cheating.
cheating, guys. Come
Don't
on.
look it up.
I'm looking it up.
That defeats the whole purpose.
Um.
All of these are like,
However, that is the only spoiler that we allow. No endgame spoilers, but we do allow. If you do so choose to look up what we're saying, we just won't look at chat until after the fact. Wait, did you get it? Wait, did you guess? Squirrel, did you guess?
yeah, you guessed it.
Holy
if that's
crap.
what you guessed.
Yeah,
if
he was
an
an
Oh,
artist.
fantastic.
In the 40s, or in the, well, probably big in the 30s. He
He
died
was
in 45.
Big in the 10s and 20s.
Okay,
All right.
what was Armageddon 2002?
Armageddon 2002 was one of those like natural, like it was like a natural disaster film made in the early 90s
Okay.
as kind of like a satire. I mean, you know, like those D films where it's like, oh my god, everything is like blowing up and it's like bad
Oh.
CGI.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
it was made in the early 90s.
I didn't
About-
even know
about
that. I knew that there was
2002.
B films. I didn't know that there was D.
Yeah,
like,
D,
what are C
D
films?
films. There aren't any.
It goes
Why did
straight
we
to
skip
D.
C?
It goes-
Yeah, no, it goes
straight-
straight
That's
to
not
D.
fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, those films get the D.
Yeah. 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 I think that it's
Armageddon
it's
2002.
Yes, it's an album in 2002 by the American the country western group named the Sparkles.
Can I actually give a second guess?
Yes.
It's a like an Atari game from like 1988, where it's
It's a good guess.
Yeah, either like an Atari
Armageddon
or like a
2002.
Commodore 64 game.
Oh, interesting.
Beckett,
Yeah.
any other guesses?
You know, I stick
does anybody else
behind
have any
my
guesses?
Sparkles song.
Somebody guessed?
Sparkles
Okay,
album.
somebody says New Zealand Comic-Con. Bruce
Oh.
Willis was amazing in that movie. Hold on, I'm reading them the wrong direction. Computer is off, so I can't use my computer cheating. Yeah, no, Red Squirrel. You got it.
That's fair.
You got that it was an artist.
All right, what is it?
Okay. All right, so does anybody have any other guesses for Armageddon 2002?
No, I stick behind my album, country western, group named the Sparkles. Made it.
Okay, and then you're saying a video game.
Yes.
Armageddon 2002 was a professional wrestling pay-per-view event produced by World Wrestling Entertainment. It took place on December 15th, 2002
Wow.
at the Office Depot Center.
Wow. Well, there
in
you go.
Sunrise, a suburb of Fort Lauderdale, Florida.
Okay.
It was the third
Okay.
Armageddon event and included talent from the Raw and SmackDown brands.
Nice.
All right, I will show you. Armageddon 2002.
2002.
So you said a movie? A movie would be a good guess.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
Okay.
Right. Anybody else have one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sanford Arms. What is Sanford Arms?
Sanford?
Sanford.
So not Stanford.
Sanford. What is Sanford Arms?
Sanford. Oh, that reminds me. The three of us were having a discussion recently about creating online cheap universities that were like colleges where it just sounds kind of like Harvard, where it's like Harvard.
Oh yeah.
But like if you say
Oh,
it
yeah.
fast, you're like, oh, I'm a graduate of Harvard. It's like,
Yeah,
oh wow,
just
impressive.
fast enough.
Or like
Stanford?
Stanford
Or-
instead of
And
Stanford.
Sanford.
Or Yale.
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 Yeah.
Yale.
Yayul. Yale.
Yale.
I like
Yale.
Berkeley.
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 I'm a
Berkeley.
graduate of Berkeley.
Sanford. Sanford.
Sanford. Okay, so Sanford Arms.
Sanford Arms. What is
Sanford Arms.
Sanford Arms?
Sanford Arms is a gun manufacturer.
I was just about to say something.
Yeah, they're a gun manufacturer who is famous for creating the line of weapons, the Phoenix brand.
Well, because I was gonna say that it was a gun range, but now that you mention it, I think it is robo technology for prosthetic arms created at Stanford, but the arms were malfunctioning too much, so then they got banned. But they had already like marketed it as the Stanford Arms, so then they just kind of crossed out the T on everything. They were like, it's the Stanford Arms.
I like that. That's
Or
great.
maybe there was a misspelling on the patent.
Oh.
They were like, crap.
A
well, I guess
skin
we just
ca-
have-
oh,
Well, I guess we're
we
Sanford.
have to run with the
Oh.
Sanford Arms.
We have a bunch of guesses here. It does sound like a cheesy
Welsh soccer club?
made for a Sci-Fi Channel movie. I think that's for Armageddon. A hospital, Sanford Arms.
Somebody said a skin condition that makes your skin like sandpaper. Sanford Arms.
Sanford Arms.
Like Sanford Arms.
That's interesting.
I like it.
That's
I like it.
interesting. Any more guesses?
Sanford Arms.
Jesus, a hospital. Okay.
Terrible TV spin-off of Sanford and Son.
Is it right?
I was trying to
Right?
scroll up because yes, that's right.
Yeah?
Yes, it is the Sanford and Sanford Arms is an American sitcom produced as a spin-off and continuation of Sanford and Son that aired Fridays at 8 to 8:30 on NBC from September 16th to October 14th in 1977.
Why is it arms?
I don't know.
Don't know.
Because Sanford,
The
I
premise.
understand the name.
The new lead character was. Oh wait, the new words. The new lead character was Phil Wheeler, a widower and old army buddy of Fred Sanford.
Okay, so army buddies?
It was explained that
They're
Fred
saying
and
arms like
Lamont had moved to Arizona and they sold their property to Phil. Phil now lived in the Sanford's old house with his two teenage children, Angie and Nat. The primary setting of the series, however, was the rooming house next door, which Fred named the Sanford Arms, Why?
I'm so lost.
Apparently, it was terrible. So
Yeah. Looks interesting.
It's terrible.
It's
Great.
interesting.
We did it.
Sanford Arms. Focus. You get the idea. There we go.
Wow. We
No
did it.
cheating. You definitely did not just randomly guess that it was a terrible spin-off of Sanford and Son.
I mean,
Did you know that?
Sanford
Did
and
you
Sons was a
watch it?
popular show,
guess
so
it is.
it's like if
This
somebody knew
aired
it.
for like 2 months. Like it was
Oh, it
on
was that
from
bad?
No, 1 month, September to October. Then that was it in 1977.
You ready?
That's rough. That sucks.
Yeah,
what is Dukemon?
Dukemon.
Dukemon?
What is Dukemon?
What is Dukemon?
Dukemon. Oh, Dukemon is. I don't know. I'm thinking. I don't know. Dukemon.
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 What is Dukemon?
What is Dukemon?
I mean, my head's going to Duke, like some
Yeah,
sort of, like
yeah.
royal.
That's what I'm thinking.
Maybe okay, so I think it's a member of the royal family created a line of cologne. Dukemon.
Okay, I'll go in an extreme then in the other way because I was going to say something royal because of the Duke. I'm going to say Dukemon is a very famous, well-known,
Just keep clapping by the mic.
well-known.
He is. Is it what is or who is Dukemon?
What is?
What is Dukemon? Yeah, so
What
a
is?
cologne.
Oh, you're right. What
It's a
is?
cologne. There's like a shirtless guy with like a crown on.
Gotta
the
leave
cologne.
here. It's 3:30 a.m. in Tokyo, and I have to get up at like 5:30.
Oh,
Thank
that's
you
Whoa.
guys.
cool.
Well, thank
You're
you.
tuning in from
Yeah.
Tokyo.
Well, thanks for tuning in.
Yeah.
Dukemon is a
That's good to
Pokemon.
Hey, that's wait.
That-
Is it true though?
I don't think
Or-
so.
Are you guessing?
I know a
Pokemon?
fair
They're-
amount of Pokemon. I don't think so. I'm not a huge...
Here, how about chat? If you
advocate.
absolutely know what it is, you can just say, I know what it is, but don't tell us what it is.
That's
so
a good
only
point.
make guesses in the chat.
Say, I know what it is.
Religious dance?
Hold on, it's being held for review because I was not sure about this word, so I'm gonna press
show because it was... Oh, wait. What happened?
Nothing. This is. I just had this page. So
Religious dance. We had to say that it was an
That it
okay
was
thing
okay.
to put in the chat.
Yeah.
Was it because of religion? Like, if you type
'Cause of,
religion in a chat, will it, like, hide it?
It gets, like,
Flagged?
flagged for debate. Is that... Maybe that's in our settings. For,
We have to put
for the
that
stream. We
don't
have
know.
maybe some
Everything goes
restrictions.
in our stream.
Everything goes.
Everything
that
Except
has
for
to be a YouTube
answers
thing.
to our thing. Okay,
I
so
knew about Sanford Arms. The
fighting
original was a
style.
classic, but the spin-off is legendarily bad. All right,
Slang
fighting
the frog guys
style.
call each other a Duke.
Dukemon.
Dukemon. I like a fighting style would make sense.
Dukemon, I want to say is...
Still going with Cologne,
Dukemon is...
but I like Pokemon too. Pokemon's a good answer.
I don't... Okay. I could go with fighting, but someone already said that.
Yeah, because it's like
I'll just say, okay, Dukemon is a resort in Fiji.
Ooh,
I like that.
Yeah.
interesting.
That sounds like it would be a resort
In the 90s.
in the 90s.
In the 90s.
It was a resort in the 90s. What happened?
Opened it.
What happened to it?
Opened in the 90s. Closed in the early 2000s.
Oh god. From rat infestation.
Dukemon,
Dukemon.
also known as Dukemon.
That's how it's pronounced.
That is how it is pronounced. It means puppet man. Okay.
Puppet Man.
It is the Norwegian entry in the Eurovision Song Contest of 1967, performed by Norwegian Kristi Sparbo.
Okay.
The song is a ballad in which Sparbo compares life to being a marionette.
Oh.
She describes the puppet, which appeared to take a somewhat cynical view of the world, only to have its strings cut. Thus she sings, her listeners should remember to grasp life with both hands, like the dancing puppets.
That's cool. It's interesting.
But yes, that is how it is. That is how it is.
Dukemon.
Dukemon.
Dukeman. Puppet Man.
Dukemon.
That's interesting.
Dukemon.
That's interesting.
Dukemon.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. That sounds like a good song.
Yeah.
There was one in here that's like,
A royal Rastafarian. Hey, Dukemon.
I'm not gonna do it, but there was one in here that was just H2O. You think water, but no, the Hall & Oates album.
Oh.
H2O, you know.
Yeah, no, I got Stranger, the electric. What's the orchestra? Electric orchestra.
ELO?
Electric
Light
Light
Orchestra.
Orchestra. Dude, yeah. Okay, I got one.
Oh.
Wow.
What is a ruff?
A rough or a rough?
What is a ruff? What is a ruff?
Well, you just said.
I know, I said
both
it twice.
options.
Here,
He fixed it,
the
he fixed
second,
it.
the
What
second
is
time.
a
What is a ruff?
Rough.
Mhm.
I mean, it is a doggy hotel in Beverly Hills for only large dogs that closed because no one in Beverly Hills has large dogs. And no one with a large dog pays for doggy hotels.
Yeah, you can only be entered in the hotel if you can hold it like this, like a football.
Yeah.
Basically.
Because all of the cages are probably like this big.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to say a ruff is a type of dog toy that came out in the late 90s, early 2000s that came out in 1999.
Ah.
Came out in 1999 in July. It is a type of dog toy that it's like a rope that it helps their teeth, so it like you play tug of war with the dog and it like flosses their teeth as well.
Flosses, okay.
Yeah.
I wish the date mattered at all.
I know, I love how somebody was like, stop guessing the date, because then you'll just
Well-
be more wrong.
well,
We're like,
what's good-
1999, July.
July 17th, 2 a.m. Now, I like the commitment because one of these days, it's gonna be spot on.
It's gonna be right on.
Odds
the
are
money.
in our favor
Yeah.
eventually
Oh,
if we do
I mean,
it
that,
enough,
that
right?
British, like, girl
That was
band
good.
album.
That was the closest thing
close.
we've gotten.
Red Flag.
And no, so it is a it is a bird. A ruff is a bird. The ruff is, or the ruff is a medium-sized wading bird that breeds in marshes and wet meadows across northern Eurasia. This highly gregarious sandpiper is
Sandpiper.
migratory and sometimes forms huge flocks in its winter
Is there a picture?
grounds. There is.
Whoa!
It's a very wild looking exotic bird there.
Oh, he's cool.
It looks like a
Which includes
crazy bantam chicken.
southern and western Europe, Africa, southern Asia, and Australia.
Is that that's his beak? That's not like a
patch
wilderness
of
mouth.
grass,
That's
a little
Here, you wanna
a
show
lettuce
Yeah.
patch, a dog sound, the grass on a golf field, a hat for a house. Those are some nice guesses, and technically you're correct with rough being on a golf field or patch of grass, but not this.
That is fair. That is
dog.
fair.
How is the rough spelled?
A dog.
R-U-F-F.
I just didn't see. I'm sure that they saw.
Yeah. Wait, what? Oh, did you guys...
Hat for a house.
Okay, here we go.
Okay, let's
Continuing on.
Continuing. Penguin.
Continuing.
Penguin. What is?
What do you say? We'll do a few more of these and then do some on this
On
day.
the days, yeah.
Yeah.
What is? Sorry, hold on.
I just like that. So
What
it
is
Oh. I like how some
ambrosio?
ambrosia.
Ambrosia.
Is it brosia? Or is it I actually never know the correct pronunciation of
Ambrosio.
that. Ambrosio or ambrosia?
Both would be probably fine.
Ambrosio.
Ambrosio. All right.
Like we both said the opposite. So it's Ambrosio.
What is ambrosio?
Ambrosium. It's a dessert. I feel like it's a like flaky pastry with cream.
Is it not? I've heard. Is it not what I've heard before? I've heard
is
that, or maybe I'm thinking of embroider.
When it's like the little threads on something that forms a pattern. Ambrosia. Nope, embroidered.
A flower. Daggett.
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 From current day back to 0 BC, you definitely are not going to guess the date. We've actually guessed the date before, so...
He's
we've
literally
been real.
guessed the same year, just a month off.
Year. Yeah.
It's an umbre for women.
Oh, Ambrose. Is that... Okay, just a reminder, guys. If you have it correct,
Don't say
it in the group chat.
Even if
Only
you
make
looked
guesses.
it up, just say, I know what it is.
Or if
and
you
you
know
can
it,
brag
yeah,
and you say,
right.
I know, but no one else knows. And then reveal it.
A pizza place.
Don't ruin
An
it.
Egyptian fragrance. Oh, ambrosia. That sounds right. Some of your guesses sound so good that I'm like skeptical of like if they're real or not. Like an Egyptian fragrance and a flower. Ambrosia says. Are we showing?
No.
Some kind of oranges and
I don't know how to
marshmallow
get back to the
slaw.
other. There you go.
Marshmallow slaw and oranges. I like that. So in the same vein as like a dessert, mine is like a flaky pastry and yours is...
Ambrosia.
Why do you use this?
So is it Ambrosio or Ambrosia? I forgot now.
Ambrosio.
Ambrosio. Okay. I don't know. I feel like dessert sounds like it could be fair to say. I'll say in the same vein. That's
not
too
the little
close.
threading on a
No,
hello.
I was gonna say like a pastry, but that's still too close in the same area.
That was literally what I said.
Oh,
Said a
what?
flaky pastry.
Oh, that's literally what you said. I thought you said like a cake. Okay. Okay. It's an island just off of. It's a tiny little island. No one really talks about. Just off of Madagascar.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right.
Madagascar.
And then what are you
Island.
going with?
I'm going with pastry.
Okay. So, marshmallow slaw with little, like, orange bits is ambrosia. Okay? That comes from the classic Greek mythological dish, ambrosia and nectar, which is supposed to give gods their immortality.
Okay.
But wrong! That is not what this is, because that is a different word. So, this is...
Ambrosio.
Ambrosio was a British thoroughbred racehorse and sire, known for winning the classic St. Leger Stakes in 1796. A racing career which lasted from 1796 to September of 1799. He won 15 of his 23 races.
What a freaking
Racehorse.
freaking horse, man.
Yeah,
Killing the game.
He has a very extensive Wikipedia page.
Really?
because he's fantastic.
Was he named after the Greek thing?
No.
Oh.
He was just named.
What is furuflatten?
What did you just say?
Furuflatten. Furuflaten.
Furuflatten.
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 Furuflatten. Furuflatten? I need to like
Try to say
try
it.
to say it and just...
We're just doing impersonation from John Wick. That's all we're doing.
Furuflatten.
Furuflatten?
I
like how you make fun of my Australian/British accent, but your like German and Japanese like are interchangeable.
No. They're two different.
Furuflatten. It's like that.
Furuflatten.
Well, that was like the first one I was trying, and then I was trying German. I wanted to like...
It sounded the same.
Of course, it would be
Nein.
Japanese would be
Furuflatten.
Fudu. It'd be like different pronunciation of it, but.
Okay.
What is furuflatten?
Furuflatten. Okay.
Furuflatten.
I'm actually gonna say it is an Austrian.
Oh.
Yeah, an Austrian.
In Austrian. End of story.
That's
It's
it.
just an Austrian.
It's an Austrian newspaper,
Oh, interesting.
like a periodical. during the 20s and 30s, before Austria became a horrible place.
Okay, so it was a
Uh,
newspaper.
Yeah, it was a
in
periodical.
Austria.
Yeah.
Okay, Fooduflatten.
I wanna. Yeah, it's got that like European vibe.
This is a special sect of the dark arts known to turn people into birds. Obviously. Person squashed by a train. Irish whiskey for fish.
Yes.
Fooduflatten.
Fooduflatten. It's got such a European
Somebody
sound.
says, what was the previous answer?
It
My
was
mom
a
called me.
thoroughbred racehorse
A horse.
in
The
1796.
Ambrosia.
Yeah.
Ambrosio.
Ambrosio. Racehorse.
Man, it's okay.
Fooduflatten.
It's got this like
Food.
Fooduflatten. I don't know. That sounds Japanese though. The way that. I don't know. I'm gonna say I'll say it's Japanese. I'll say it's Japanese, and I'm gonna say what it is, which is it's Fooduflatten is
Clearly.
Japanese. Is it is a. It's a place. It's a place where you. It was a place in the 20s. Where
I like how all of your locations only exist for a small amount of time. Like, this was a building during this
during
year.
the
Where
20s
did it go?
it was a Japanese company in the 20s that worked on trains.
So good.
I'm gonna end up. I think that it's gonna end up being Scandinavian, but
I mean,
I'm sticking with my Austrian periodical.
It is a village in Norway.
okay.
Yeah.
So
Scandinavian.
At the
yeah.
mouth of a river.
Oh wow.
15 kilometers south of the village Lingesundheit.
Nailed it.
If I was guessing on that one, I would have gone with
Are we loud enough?
an
Do we want to turn the
IKEA.
sensitivity up?
IKEA
What?
Do we want to turn the
desk.
sensitivity up? Because we're barely hitting that yellow.
Why don't we just talk louder?
Whoa! Whoa!
I'm sure everybody loved that. A piece of clothing. Or a weird crepe. Fooduflatten. That would make sense. I love your shirts. Well, thank you.
I love the
Wait, what is your shirt? It's got the
Mine is
slow.
it's the construction worker. It says slow, and then the turtle
Oh
says
wait,
rude.
show that to the camera.
That's great.
It's
I
the
love that.
construction worker, and the turtle says rude. Slow,
Slow.
rude.
Rude. That's really great.
What is a skeeth?
Skeeth?
A skeeth.
A
A skeeth.
It's a
A skeeth.
it's a tool. It's a tool used to sharpen. It's this tool used to sharpen the end of a ski pole.
A tool to sharpen the end of a ski pole.
Yeah.
Kind of like a sheath. or
Use your
shears,
a
like-
skeeth to sharpen your skeeth poles.
Yeah, you know.
I have headphones in. Headphone warning.
Oh, sorry. Oh, I apologize for that.
Sup squares.
Guys. I'm going to say a skeeth is a strain of virus.
Ooh,
Oh, interesting.
it's getting dark. A skeeth.
Good.
A hook.
A hook.
A hook.
A ski. That's a good one too. A hook.
I was like, sup squares? Oh, no, they're saying sup squares. Freaky soup.
Hey.
What is a skeeth? It's not a skeeth, it's a skeeth. What is a skeeth?
Yes.
Skeeth.
I said it's a strain of virus because a skeeth.
What do you say, Beckett?
I
He
still
said
think
it's
it's
the
a
sharpening tool.
sharpener tool
yes.
for a
Sharpening
ski.
tool.
People don't sharpen their ski
They
balls.
do in Finland.
It is a 1981 automobile
Okay, I was close.
made by the Skeeth Motor Company Limited,
Okay.
In Finland.
an English commercial vehicle
very
made
close.
in Braintree, Essex.
Very close.
Essex.
I think I was right. I just a little
Type of
fine tuning.
plane.
They made like ice cream trucks and
Oh,
stuff.
show that. That's
Oh, where? That's cool.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Not where.
Oh, where?
Oh, where? That's
Oh,
cute.
where?
A skeeth.
That's a skeeth.
Do we want to play on this day?
Yeah, let's play on this day.
On this day.
All right,
I was
somebody
gonna.
pull up on this day.
I like some of these. It's like, what is the
type of plane.
1994
Very close,
Football
Jose.
League Cup final?
I know.
1994 Football Club Final.
I love when it's
Sorry,
got it.
It's
headphone
like
warning.
Headphone warning.
women's soccer league. It's like it's the women's soccer.
A skeevy guy named Keith.
Hey.
Skeef.
Okay. On this day.
Okay, here we go.
Here we go. We're just gonna like fly through and. Okay.
So for anybody who doesn't know, on Wikipedia you can go to on this day and it tells you
Whoa.
what happened
On
throughout
this day,
history.
throughout
So
history.
like what day is it today? It's May 24th. So out of all of the May 24ths that have ever
Jesus.
existed, what has happened on
Oh,
this day?
something big.
What? Okay. This is before 9/11, mind you. This is bombing. 4 men convicted in 1994. 4 men convicted of bombing the World Trade Center in New York in 93. In 94, they're convicted and are sentenced to how many years in prison?
Oh. 60 years in prison.
8.
8 years for bombing.
Because the only reason I'm saying that is because I feel like the answer is going to be like shockingly low to warrant that reaction.
You'd be surprised. Do you want to change your answer?
1 year.
Okay.
Hold on.
Okay,
Hold on.
wait.
Well,
25.
25, 60. So the answer is ridiculous. It's 240 years in prison.
Oh, okay. All right.
Oh, is that when they do those things
Opposite
where it's
direction.
like they try to
They just go as far as you can, so it's like
that way
it's
even
your
if you
whole
get
life. Like even if
years
yeah,
knocked off. What would be the difference between sentencing somebody to life in prison and then like 200 something years in prison? What like does that change?
does
like,
life in prison
parole
mean
or
that
what?
like you are literally there's no year? It's just like until you die, or is there a set year?
I don't know. That's a good question. I would
Life in
assume
prison,
it's
if
until you
make
die.
it to like 104, you like get to leave.
To leave.
Yes.
We didn't think you'd live this long.
Congrats. Well done.
I'm curious. AP Bio's coming on my birthday. Hey!
Oh, shoot. That's
That's
cool.
Would be next Thursday.
Sweet.
I don't know. I don't watch
Next
the show.
Thursday. Yeah.
Jeez.
77 years in prison. You were closer than all of us, technically,
Technically,
Ricky. You
were.
won.
Authorized user was closest.
99. Oh, yep. Authorized
true.
user.
But
Yeah,
240
Red Squirrel
is
said
ridiculous.
12. Red Squirrel, you're wrong. Okay, you don't get it right every
You don't
time.
get it right every time.
Might as well be a life in prison. It would.
yeah.
12. Yeah, that's
Okay.
gotta suck. Even
What
if-
else?
Okay. What else?
happened?
What else?
I don't know. I was distracted. Okay, we're looking. Trying to find juicy stuff. You know what I mean?
12 years. Yeah, 12 years is an interesting one because it's like you're missing a large section of your life, but it's not like I don't know.
It's not 60 years.
Yeah, it's like you can't just fully give in to being like, well, this is just where I live now, and these are like the friends I'm gonna make, and like
Sure.
I'm just getting into this routine. You're like, I'm going to get out soon-ish, but like
Scientifically,
I don't know.
12 is not the same as 60.
thank you for that information.
Okay. In 2014, 5 years ago, a 6
Years ago.
a
That's crazy.
6.4 magnitude earthquake occurs in the Aegean Sea between Greece and Turkey,
Okay.
injuring how many people?
This is an earthquake.
This is an earthquake
In the
of
ocean?
6.4 magnitude in the sea between Greece and Turkey, the Aegean Sea between Greece and Turkey. It doesn't say tsunami, but it's an earthquake.
And
at
it
least.
injured how many people?
How many people did it injure? Yeah,
18 people.
18.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say 7. 7 people got injured.
Do we think it's like because if it's in the ocean, would that affect people on land, or are we thinking that like they were on a
Well,
boat or
it
something?
To
would
keep
think
in
about-
mind, Greece and Turkey, a lot. Well, it's not Venice. I was gonna say it's like the water cities and stuff, but like
Yeah, like how
I mean, I'm thinking like, okay, so it wouldn't really affect people in boats. It would have had to have
Fair.
caused a tsunami, or it would have had to have been strong enough on land, but 6.4
4
is not ridiculous.
So it probably just caused
like
water
it's
to
bad,
go.
but like not ridiculous. All right, it injured 43 people.
43.
324.
Interesting.
Yeah. I'm
Must have been
curious
from Greece.
because there's like another page just for that. And I'm curious to see
62. Somebody said
62?
400 authorized user said.
a moment magnitude of 6.9. I guess maybe the average. Followed by a
wonder
main shock, the strongest measuring 5.3.
What classifies as injured? Because when it's like this many people dead, that's like an obvious number. But it's like
Probably
this many
enough
people
to
injured.
be reported, like go to like the hospital.
Okay, so like they would have to go to the hospital. So it's like if you like cut your arm off
Because
you
otherwise
fell,
it's like if you like scraped or
300
something, it's not like
humans
you're gonna
and
be
one
reporting that.
cat.
300
Does it
humans
say
and
how
one
many
cat.
cats?
I don't think it
How many
does.
cats?
But
We
that
need to
would
know
be
how many
interesting.
cats injured.
how many cats are in Greece? I don't know.
We need to look up the statistical numbers of how many cats are in that area,
And then figure it
how
out.
many people, and then look
How
at
many
the
people own
percentage of
cats.
people. We need to look at the percentage of people that were injured, and then use that same
If
percentage.
they were,
on the
if they had
cats.
their cats with them at the time,
Did people die in that?
no one died.
It was just
No one
injured.
died. Okay.
Just injuries.
That's crazy to have
Interesting.
300 something people injured. but
Yeah.
nobody dies.
Which is honestly fairly reasonable to say because Greece, Turkey, at least in Greece, from what I've seen, those buildings are tight. Like there's just like they're stacked on top of each other. They're
So it
very
could have
like
just been like a building or two that got
like
hit
things
by
just
something.
like are falling. Like
I-
things kind of are bound to like shake and like fall and tumble. So there's a lot of potential for wreckage.
Yeah. Speaking of injuries, one time I was in a car with a friend and we got rear-ended, and it was like this girl who was texting, and she was like crying, but like the funny thing is that there was like a lot of cops nearby, and every time a cop drove by and saw that there was like cop cars stopped, like they had to stop as well until there was like 3 or 4 cop cars all for this little like rear-ended thing, and the girl was just sobbing.
Oh
being
my
like, I
gosh.
don't know what happened. I'm so sorry and everything. And it like wasn't that bad and everything. They were
Yeah.
just like filing the report, and more cops kept stopping, and they were like, "Is anybody injured?" And like when we had gotten in the like little fender bender, my like foot, I was wearing like flip flops or something. My foot like slid a little bit under the seat, and like it scratched like the top of my toe. And I was like jokingly said to my friend, I was like, "My toe is bleeding," and then he was like, "Her toe is bleeding!" And then all the cops came up, and the girl was just like, "Oh, I'm so sorry." I was like, "Guys, I'm fine, please."
Her toe is. Hey, report.
Her
Toe's
toe is
bleeding.
bleeding.
Report. Call it in. Call it in.
I'm like, "No, guys, I'm okay. Don't worry about it."
That's honestly amazing, though. Oh my gosh.
Like all the cops had to like look at my toe and make sure that I was okay.
You're like, no, please stop. Okay, this is happening now.
No.
All right. Oh my gosh, that is wild.
Yeah.
Wow. That's great.
Anything else important happen on this day?
Not as many interesting things. I mean,
May 24th just sucks.
like it really. I don't know. Like we've got things.
Sucks. There was bombing and what else?
A bombing and an earthquake. Yeah, May 24th.
Well, like there's like number specific things. Like I'm trying to find like dates that could be fun to guess, but
Well, I mean, because we what was the person in exile, the Napoleon, like stuff like that as well.
oh yeah. That's fair.
Yeah.
Um,
Anything that's interesting.
Well, how about that? I mean, this is one that's kind of interesting. I don't know. It's cool. Project Mercury was an American astronaut Scott Carpenter orbits the Earth 3 times in the Aurora 7 space capsule in Project Mercury. When? What year?
What year?
Mhm.
I don't know much about space travel and things. What? 78?
My guess is that it would be a bigger deal because it would have happened before the moon landing.
Which, yeah, if that's your basis,
if
kind
that's
of
the basis,
where you
then the
work
moon
from.
landing happened in what, 69?
Mhm.
Yeah.
So
Heh.
I would venture to say that this happened during the tail end of the Kennedy administration, so like 63?
Very close.
Education,
64?
ladies and gentlemen.
62.
62.
62.
Okay.
1962. 57 years ago.
Yeah, I was only like a decade or so off. That was really close. I'm proud of myself that I didn't go like 1847.
Yes, the astronauts in
When I'm like
1720.
within 20 years, I'm like, wow, guys, I nailed that one. 1952. Yeah, 1979.
A space race wasn't a big deal until 1961, so my basis was in between 61 and 69.
I was reading the year guesses, and then I was like 300 humans and a cat. I was like, what was for the last one?
Yes.
I want that to be the answer for everything.
Yes.
When did this traveler go to
300
space?
humans and a cat.
300 humans and a cat. Went to Mercury.
Wait, hold on. This is dumb, but wait. 19. Okay, I think I can. I haven't read it yet, but I think I know how to do it. 19.
I'm not gonna read it. I'm just gonna guess.
1935. The first night game in Major League Baseball history is played in Cincinnati, Ohio.
Wait, did you say the year?
1935.
1935.
In Cincinnati, Ohio, with the Cincinnati Reds beating the Philadelphia. Kind of died on the end of that word there. Beating the Philadelphia. I said it. What?
Wait, are we talking about Philadelphia or Philadelphia?
Philadelphia. Philadelphia.
Nobody
Philadelphia.
says Philadelphia.
I did.
It's always sunny in Philadelphia.
So, okay. Going back. 1935. First night game in the Major League Baseball history. Played in Cincinnati, Ohio. Cincinnati Reds beating the Philadelphia Phillies of what score? They beat them of what score? What did Cincinnati Reds get, and what did the Philadelphia Phillies get at Crosley
at this first
Field?
Night game.
Good gosh.
Okay.
And
this is baseball, right?
This is baseball.
I'm gonna say
1935. First night game.
I'm gonna say like 13-4.
Hard to see the ball.
I'm gonna say 6-5. 6-5.
It's hard to see the ball.
3-2.
2-1.
Okay.
2-1.
Yes.
Wait, 2-1.
Yes. 2-1. That is it. I was like, hey, they couldn't find it. I
want to say
Everybody was tired.
I want to say
They were tired. It was that game.
that
1935. They had whiskey in between every shot.
Well, I want to say that baseball, like before, I don't know a good year for reference, but before like the 70s, everybody was kind of more even.
Okay.
It was like before a lot of steroid use, I want to say.
No, that's fair. That's fair.
And so everybody was.
That was before, because 30s would be before. When was like steroids?
I don't know. Probably like it probably started around the 50s. I can only guess, but I'm just saying like with that being said, everybody was
57.
Everybody was more even.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like big scores weren't common to get. It's like if you ever watch watch a game now.
But it's like I wonder why. Like what was it about the play style of like the teams that made it only
Just
like
everybody
get
was
2
equally
runs
as good.
and then 1 run?
Well,
Everybody was equally as good.
Were the fields smaller? Were the fields bigger?
Think about like the batting averages, right? They continue to get better. People continue to hit harder and be stronger, and it's this kind of form of competition that comes with.
Is there more money in baseball now? Because that would be a reason for people to train
Millions
way
of
harder.
dollars. I mean,
I mean, yes, but are you familiar with basketball at all?
I mean, like how
I
don't
much
people get paid for basketball? Yeah.
No, I mean, I don't know very much about basketball, but I know there's this thing called, what is it called? Actually, somebody tell me. A triple-double? Is that what it is? It's where you get 2 points in 3 of the 5 scoring categories. So,
Okay.
Right. So you have the
Baseball is like the only sport that I can watch and like follow along because they get 1 point every time somebody crosses.
Someone gets all the way around.
Yeah,
It's
like
just
that's
Monopoly. You
it's
pass go, you get your $200.
It's just very much like for every person that runs across home base, you get a point, and it makes sense. Whereas like I'm watching football and things, and it's like they throw it and 4 points. Get
It's
out.
like
And
a
I'm
similar
why
idea.
the
You have to
4?
get past and like touchdown in the end zone,
point
but like
system never
the downs and
registers.
stuff are
so
all over the
the
place.
the reason I'm bringing basketball
Tennis
into
is
this,
all over
though,
the place for me. I don't know what the freak tennis is.
the reason I want to bring up basketball though is because basketball
Love.
has this triple double concept, which like the first person got like 10 years ago, and now it's like people get the triple double all the time now.
Oh wow! Okay.
So it's something that
yeah, maybe it's just
that,
like
people get
genetics
better
or something.
Well, people get
Evolution,
better,
we're just
and
getting better at
Evolution, we get
basketball.
better at sports as we go along.
yeah, there's
Generations.
more competition. If one person accomplishes something, all of a sudden a bunch of people have to
That's
try and
probably
accomplish
it.
that, and it's more of a challenge to be like,
Probably
well, now we
wasn't
have to do this.
Enough people doing it to
Like
make
your
it.
pogo sticking.
Yes.
If there wasn't a record to beat,
Then
you
Would
wouldn't
you
have pushed yourself
Would
that
you
hard.
pogo stick that much?
No. No, I wouldn't.
You always have to push yourself further than the last person who
That's fair.
set a record.
Yeah, so it probably back in the 30s or 20. Like when was Babe Ruth big? Like the 10s? Like he was like 20s.
I'm gonna say
40s.
I'm gonna say like 30s or 40s. I don't know.
When was Babe Ruth born?
Babe Ruth was born the 6th of February, 1895.
And he died in 48, so like 20s, 30s.
Yeah.
Wow. Anyway,
It's like, wow, the 1800s?
1898.
Jesus.
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah, that's
I mean,
crazy.
born though. It's like
He was
We
born
have
then,
like
but
photographs of him though, right?
still.
I
When
mean,
he was
yeah,
born.
but we
Yeah.
had photos back in the 1900s. I mean, like,
Early 19s, yeah.
When
Yeah.
when were like the pilgrims and things?
18.
No,
Right?
no,
17?
15,
It's 15. That's what I said.
15
not?
and 16.
Okay, because the Columbus
No.
sailed the ocean blue and
1492.
Pilgrims
After
prevailed.
that, the pilgrims came, and then they had some
the
Thanksgiving
funny part
dinner.
is that the part that rhymes is the second part of it, so it's like
14.
you could be like they came in 1592 and they
72,
came in
yeah.
1792.
92. I mean, yeah.
As long as the 92
As long as
is
you remember
there,
9,
it rhymes still. So it's like
1492.
you gotta rhyme the 14 part if you want
You
kids to
know
remember the 14.
What's interesting?
What?
Life in the 1500s
Sucked.
probably sucked.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
like
Awful.
that was honestly something that they gloss over in school.
Russian athletes were first suspected of using
Mm-hmm.
steroids when a Russian track team runner won a sprint and the runner from Kenya came in second.
That's beautiful. That's
Like,
actually terrible.
Something's wrong.
Wait a
That's
minute.
actually terrible, but also
That's
hilarious.
Really bad.
Which Ant-Man was a founding member of the Avengers in the comics? Oh, we're turning
Which-
into trivia now.
Which Ant-Man was a founding member of the Avengers in the comics?
Paul Rudd. Next question.
No idea.
Ben Affleck. I always confuse Ben Affleck and Paul Rudd.
I kind of see it.
I can't-
A young Ben Affleck and current Paul Rudd.
I legitimately
Yes.
thought Ben
Yes.
Affleck was Ant-Man.
I am Batman. Ant-Man.
So because people were
I
saying,
am Bantman.
I am Batman.
Here's a quick one.
Okay.
It's 1883. 136 years ago, the Brooklyn Bridge in New York City is open to traffic after how many years of construction?
26.
26?
Do you actually know that?
No.
You said it so confidently. 14 years of construction.
14 years of construction.
Wait, really? Oh! 14
yeah,
years of
yeah, you were like
construction.
26. You're like, wait, do you actually know that? I was like, he doesn't, but I can't say that.
14 years of construction on the Brooklyn Bridge.
Yeah,
Hey.
it's freaking wild. That's a long time.
Yeah.
I want to say that the Golden Gate was a similar time. That's crazy too. That's like insane.
Yeah, I was trying to pick a number that was like high but not too high because I was like, if it was that big of a project.
That's like crazy to think about. Like how big is it? Because
the
like
thing, is that I feel like
spanning across that much space,
I feel like they would have built it as quickly as they could.
it spans 1,598 and a half feet.
Good God.
483 meters. That's crazy.
Insanity.
That's insane. And yeah, so like
Okay, let's find out how long the Golden Gate took.
Oh, and then how about we make that the last one?
oh yeah,
We'll look it up.
look it up and then we'll guess.
And we'll guess how long. Tune into our live stream where we guess construction of bridges.
It's so fun. I want to say
27 minutes. Nope.
27 minutes.
That is the transportation time.
No way.
Whoa, it takes 27 minutes.
No,
to
for
get across the bridge?
not for the bridge. For the ferry.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Trip
I
to-
was
I
gonna
was, like,
say
driving
it takes
across the
like
bridge.
5 minutes.
I guess maybe
not
with
even.
traffic.
It takes like a couple minutes, but
With traffic.
with traffic, yeah.
Yeah,
Dude,
there'd be
with
so
traffic,
many
it's insane.
There would be so many variables of like how fast you're going and if there was traffic.
Yeah, if there's like no traffic, just going like the speed limit, it's probably like 2 minutes.
I wonder
max.
running at like an average speed,
Oh, running would probably
how
be
long
like
it would take. Like if you had like a 10-minute mile or
I
something.
want to say running across.
Well, actually, we could do the math on that because how many miles
If we know how long it is,
is the bridge? Wait, would the bridge be more than a mile?
No.
Then we can't do that.
I mean, you can still.
There's no such thing as fractions, guys. We can't do it.
I don't know. I've
Hold on, we can do this.
Oh wow. Okay. All right. Ready? How long did it take to construct the Golden Gate Bridge?
I want to say it took, and I don't know comparatively how much smaller or bigger the Brooklyn
Is-
Bridge is,
I-
but
Do
I
you want
want
me
to
to
say
find out?
I want to say
No.
the Golden Gate Bridge
Is
is
bigger.
bigger.
so. I want to say it took 19 years.
19's a good guess. Unless they were like trying to have a competition.
A lot of people
They're
died
like,
in
we
the-
built our bridge faster than your bridge. I feel like San Francisco is a heavily trafficked area, and so they would have had to speed through.
Brooklyn too.
But Brooklyn is too. That's true. But do you think there's more money?
I saw
in
trivia on this when I went up there, and I
San
totally
Fran?
forgot what they actually answered.
Do you think? Do you think there's more money in San Fran? Because
At the time, because this was late 1800s when the other one, when Brooklyn Bridge was constructed. I don't know exactly when the
I'm gonna say
Golden
like
Gate was constructed.
9 years. You're saying 19, right?
I'm saying 19.
I'm gonna say 9.
9? In what year are we talking? Because I want to say it's like.
Do we want to find out? How about he tells us what year the bridge was finished and
But don't,
how
not,
big it is?
no,
No, we don't want to know.
because
how big it is?
if I know how big this one is
you can
and
just
how
do the
long
math.
this one took, I feel like it'd be easy to guess a close
But
number.
construction, the methods of construction change over the years, so
That's
it's like
fair. So
something that was
when
built
was
in
it
the 30s
constructed then?
would be.
When was it finished? Why did
It should all be on one Wikipedia page.
Why did you leave the page?
I didn't leave the page. It's just there's
Give
There's
us
a
a
lot?
little more
a
information
lot.
on it.
Okay, so the Golden Gate Bridge was built in 1935.
It was like completed in 1935. Wait, when was the Brooklyn Bridge?
1883.
1883. So there's like a
It's a big difference.
50 year difference, right?
Mm-hmm.
80s to 30s.
I wanna. Yeah, I still. Okay. Well,
19's
19
good.
still sounds
19's
fair though,
good.
just because I still think it's bigger than the Brooklyn.
because I feel like the 30s
Can I?
doesn't have.
I'm gonna
enough
give you
construction.
one more piece
Okay.
of information.
Yes.
The Brooklyn Bridge's main span is 1,595 and a half feet, so 1,595.5 feet.
Yes.
Okay.
The Golden Gate Bridge's span is 8,981 feet.
Oh my god.
It is almost 6 times longer.
So they probably started building it like 1903 or something.
Or
Like,
something.
It's probably like
No,
closer to 30 years.
I'll say I'll up mine to 22.
22. I'm gonna say like 28 now.
I don't know. All right.
How many years?
4 years.
Wait,
What?
It took just over 4 years to complete the bridge.
That is
4
some
years?
like crazy
How did they
Now,
build that?
1935 was
4
the
years.
average because it started in 33 and it ended in 37. I didn't want to say one of them and then that'd be like.
Okay.
So yeah,
Either way,
4 years, just over 4 years.
that's so fast.
That is insanely fast.
Now I'm like, Brooklyn, what happened?
Brooklyn took
what was
14
wrong?
years in the late 1800s.
It was, so Brooklyn Bridge was the longest suspension bridge at the time of its being built.
Have they done modifications since then? Because I wouldn't want to drive across a bridge that was built.
No,
in
I'm sure they
1800s.
like structurally. I'm sure they have.
Yeah.
How do you like structurally like fix a bridge?
Probably reinforce the outside, right? Just or rebuild
Just
it.
put some poles.
I
There you go.
don't know how bridge works. How bridge works.
I don't know how bridge works. 25 years. What? I know our sentiments exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
Well, it was
shocking.
fun guessing bridge construction facts with you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in to
Bridge
our
facts.
live
Bridge
stream.
facts.
Bridge facts.
Bridge fact one.
I'm
anybody
across
else-
4
that
years.
bridge.
4 years.
I'm across that bridge. Okay, has anybody seen Bean Facts? Just do yourself a favor. Go
Look
on
up-
YouTube and look up.
Timotainment.
Timotainment,
and
Bean
Timotainment.
Facts.
Bean
Bean
Facts. He's got a whole playlist of them. They're
Bean
glorious.
Facts.
They're all literally just 1 minute long. You can get through the whole album in 10 minutes. It's
Subscribe
fantastic.
to us too. But
Subscribe
also
to
go
us, but also
to him.
subscribe to Timotainment.
So just watch
He deserves it.
Timotainment, yeah.
It's great.
Yeah.
We should make that our new outros, as we just tell people different YouTubers to subscribe to.
Yeah.
Like, hey guys, make sure you subscribe to them. Like,
Yeah.
You'll need to check their channels and make sure they're not Nazis.
Oh, because of the
PewDiePie.
PewDiePie thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What happened? He like recommended.
There was
some-
he recommended
like,
someone, and there
recommended
was
an anime
one.
review channel.
There was one
Anime review.
video that had something in it that
It was like
racy.
4 years in.
It was so-
in that channel that he
It
recommended
was
past.
some
Yeah.
sort of white
Yeah.
supremacy.
But then someone found that as a reason to.
So we have to do all the research.
Bridge time.
Bridge time!
Bridge time.
Yeah.
every single stream we do now, we have
We
to
have to talk
spend
about
like
bridges.
5 minutes on bridges.
I'm into it. That was actually fun.
It's our
I
bridge
really
segment.
liked. We're gonna become extremely knowledgeable on bridges,
Our
and you
bridge
guys
segment.
are too. So tune in with us every time we do a live stream.
Yeah.
We'll learn more and more bridge facts, guys.
Next time we'll learn about the London Bridge.
Yeah.
Ooh, I like it. Nobody look up facts though. Nobody study up on bridges.
Yeah,
okay? 'Cause
nobody.
that's
We have.
not
It has
fair.
to be raw. It has to be organic. It has to be in the moment.
Organic bridge fact guessing, guys. Come on, that's what we're here for.
That's what we're here about. That's what
channel's
you
all
get
about.
on
All
Astrid
right.
Clover.
Thank you guys so much for watching. We loved having you. We loved playing the Wikipedia game. Tune in next time. We don't know when. We don't know when.
No,
Just
we kind of make it up. It'll
follow
be on a
us on
Friday.
social media
You'll
at
find it.
Astrid Clover. Yep, you'll figure it out. New episodes every single Friday, whether they're live or not.
Okay,
Yes,
Bridge fact.
indeed.
we're gonna try and
Fact.
figure out how
Bridge
to
fact.
end this stream. So
Bridge
Bridge
fact
fact.
one.
End stream.
Bridge
Giant